Hello and a very warm welcome to the fresh new episode of Students' Time, your weekly update on what is happening in the field of education, politics, economics, sports, entertainment, science, technology, research and innovation. This is DYPIU, your host for this week. In this episode of Students' Time, we have a lot in store for you, from the CBSE's decision to permit Indian languages as a medium of instruction to the inclusion of the film Champaran Mutton in the Oscar race. So let's have a look at the headlines. While CBSE paves the way for Indian languages as a medium of instruction, NCERT prioritizes ensuring the availability of textbooks. Elon Musk has changed Twitter's logo, replacing its signature blue bird with a stylized X. Christopher Nolan's magnificent biopic, Oppenheimer, was released last weekend. In the movie, a copy of the Bhagavad Gita is shown during an intimate scene, which has attracted criticism from a large number of social media users. The film Champaran Mutton starring Falak, daughter of Muzaffarpur in Bihar, is in the race for the Oscars. The Central Board of Secondary Education (CBSE) has issued a directive to its affiliated schools to consider the use of Indian languages as optional mediums of instruction to promote multilingual education. The move comes in line with the National Education Policy 2020, which aims to introduce education in multiple languages. The Ministry of Education has directed the NCERT to prepare new textbooks in 22 scheduled Indian languages on a priority basis. This initiative will ensure that students have access to quality educational materials in their mother tongue or other Indian languages. Technical, medical, vocational, skill, and law education textbooks are also being made available in Indian languages. With higher education institutions already adapting to this need, the CBSE believes that schools must become the foundation of multilingual education. By embracing multilingual education, schools affiliated with CBSE can contribute significantly to this important endeavor, providing a strong base for future higher education pursuits. In an ever-evolving branding journey, Elon Musk, the enigmatic CEO of Tesla and SpaceX, once again stirred up Twitter's logo aesthetics. After replacing the platform's iconic little blue bird with a bold X logo, Musk made yet another change, this time opting for slightly thicker lines. However, in a typical Muskian fashion, he quickly expressed his disapproval and announced a forthcoming reversal of the change. Interestingly, the updated logo had already made its way to Twitter's homepage, catching the attention of millions of users. The modified logo, while only slightly different from its predecessor, seemed to be inspired by a design shared by a Twitter user named Sawyer Merritt. According to Musk's follow-up tweet, he got the new logo idea from Merritt over the weekend, acknowledging the influence of the creative community in shaping the platform's visual identity. A 180-minute-long sprawling biographical drama Oppenheimer was released last weekend. Christopher Nolan's magnificent biopic, Oppenheimer, talks about the scientist and his work in charge of the Los Alamos laboratory that were part of the Manhattan Project that developed the first atomic weapons. But it's also a movie about conscience. In the movie, a copy of the Bhagavad Gita is shown during an intimate scene, which has attracted criticism from a large number of social media users. In the mid-20th century, it was nuclear physics that opened up the potential for technologies both good, energy, cancer treatments, and bad, weapons. As we approach the mid-21st century, AI may be making headlines, but its biologists may find themselves in a similar position, as gene editing technologies and other discoveries pose the possibility of creating wonders like cures for diseases that have plagued humanity for centuries, or crops that can be grown without a need for the application of pesticides. But those technologies could also be used to create great devastation both in the potential for weapons and for the inadvertent destruction to the social fabric caused by inequities in access to the best healthcare science can offer. For those working to develop these new biological technologies, Oppenheimer may raise some hard questions about how they want their research to be applied. Falak, a talented daughter hailing from Muzaffarpur, Bihar, has made an indelible mark in the competitive Oscar Awards race. Her film Champaran Mutton has achieved a remarkable feat by reaching the semi-finals of the esteemed Student Academy Awards. Notably, it stands as the sole Indian entry among an extensive list of over 1,700 films nominated from film training institutes worldwide. The director of this outstanding film is Ranjan Kumar, an accomplished filmmaker from the Film and Television Institute of India, Pune. The Student Academy Awards are divided into 4 distinct categories, and Champaran Mutton will be vying for top honors against 16 other films selected in the narrative category. These selected films hail from countries as diverse as Argentina, Germany, and Belgium, making the competition fierce and globally representative. Impressively, Champaran Mutton remains the sole Indian film included across the remaining 3 categories apart from the narrative category. At the heart of the film lies a poignant story centered around a family's struggle to return to their village after the devastating loss of their jobs during the lockdown. Their journey to fulfill their late wife's wishes adds emotional depth to the narrative, resonating with audiences worldwide. The film's ability to touch hearts with its sensitivity and touching storyline serves as the key reason behind its well-deserved recognition in the esteemed Student Academy Awards. That's all for this episode of Students' Time. Do tell us how you like our program. You can also send your feedback and suggestions on our email. Our email ID is studentstime@dypiu.ac.in. We will be back with fresh news stories again next week. Till then, stay tuned and think scientifically.